What's going on? This is your boy David Pulvis here, and you're welcome. You're here. Actually, I want to welcome you to David Pulvis Speaks. It's so good to see you. Some of you have subscribed to my channel, and you know what I'm about, what my journey is, how I document products and tools and programs that I'm actually using, and I'm giving you my as much as unbiased opinion about it, because I am a partaker of the product, but I'm also weighing about how it's presented, how does it align with me, what am I trying to accomplish, and does it do what it says it does? Is it producing the results that it intends to do? And in this episode, we're looking at the Internet Traffic Mastery Review. We're going to be looking at modules 1, which is traffic rules, strategy, and the game plan. Now, for those of you who don't know, this the Internet Traffic Mastery is it's a core product inside the 4% group, which, disclaimer, I am a member, not only a member, a customer, but I'm also a promotional partner. But it was created by Vic Strisshouse, who's for those of you who don't know, he's a seriously huge king of internet traffic. You know, like he owns it. He plants the flag. This is like something that no one can really can challenge him on, and not, you know, he not come out on top. He created this program when I first found out about the Internet Traffic Mastery. It was in conjunction with the 4% challenge, which works in concert with each other. I actually did a video about what exactly is inside the Internet Traffic Mastery. If you subscribe to my channel, you should be able to see it. You can click on it and watch it. Also, if you are interested in about taking the challenge, there should be a link below for you to do that as well. But without further ado, I want to really get inside of my back office so we can actually take a look at the Internet Traffic Mastery and see what's going on with the first module. So here are the core products that is inside of 4%. And like I said, I'm a promotional partner. I'm taking the challenge. I pretty much have all the stuff, you know. So, and that's actually one of the criterias of being a promotional partner. You know, you need to become a product of the product. You know, the product is so awesome that you need to really learn what they're about and implement it and get the results, so that you can really have that moral authority to let people know this is what it is. What are you dealing with? What is your biggest challenge? What are you trying to make happen? And listen, if you are any type of entrepreneur, business owner, you want to be one, you have a product to sell, if you don't have traffic, you don't have eyeballs on your product, then you don't really have a business. So if you can master this particular aspect of any part of your business, it's just a matter of guaranteed success. There's a reason why Apple has, like, have you been to the Apple store? Like, there's like goo gobs of foot traffic that comes into Apple stores because they're so hip and cool. I'm an Apple guy, but it's so trendy now. I've been an Apple guy all my life, but I think there was a statistic said that the average person that goes into the Apple store, they go like 6 or 7 times before they make their first purchase, but they keep coming back, you know, and they keep living in the ecosystem. And the 4% group has created an ecosystem kind of modeled after the Apple store, where there's some core products that meshes well with each one another, how they have a symbiotic relationship with one another, and if you use them correctly, you know, just hands down, you know, your life will be different. Your zip code will change. The kind of cars you drive will change as well. But anyway, let me get to it, because I want to make sure that I don't want to keep you guys too long, because I got a couple more videos that I want to shoot here. So this is my back office of the Internet Traffic Mastery. If you did not see my straight out the box review of it, you can do that. But also, here are there's 12 modules basically. I'm not going to go through all of them or tell you about what they are. Check out my other video and you will see exactly what they're dealing with, and because Vic is breaking it down, what's up with them. And now this is Vic, for those of you who don't know. We're going to be dealing with traffic, module 1, traffic rules, strategy, and game plan. Now, I actually I made some notes here, because this particular module has one particular, there's a subsection here, but there's basically one main video which has about 1 hour and 12 minutes. But I highlighted some things that I want to talk about without revealing all the goods because, you need to get the course, but I don't want to give you everything that's there and then there's no reason for you to get the course. But I don't want to, not only steal his thunder, but do everybody a disservice by doing that. So I made some notes here and, okay, what I got next? The 12 module flow. Okay, yeah. So basically, listen. So this is how I'm going to present this with you guys. So when I purchased this, I'm like, it took me a while to purchase because I wasn't ready to really to deal with all the information and really to make it applicable to the things that I was dealing with in my life. But now that I am, I'm gung ho about this whole process. I'm excited. Like each day, I'm waking up like anticipating what's next, because I really believe that this product is going to allow me to, if I become diligent with it and if I really embrace it, it will allow me to master the course, master traffic. And once you, like I said earlier, once you master traffic, then you can, you basically can write your own ticket. You can do whatever you want to because you have laser targeted traffic and you have an exorbitant amount of it coming to you. So it's like, how much do you want to make? It's not like how much can you make, but just there's no question about it. So this is how I plan on dealing with each of those modules. Module 1 is just basically laying the foundation, giving you the rules, strategy, and game plan, which I'm gonna go through now. But in each of the other 11 modules, there's gonna be two parts. So there's gonna be the first part where I study it, I watch it, I review it, and I take the nuggets and I give you a commentary about what that whole module is basically talking about, without giving you all the goods, but just, wetting your whistle and let you know, this may be something that is worthy of my investing into. But I'm definitely going to make sure I understand each module so I can make it and utilize it for what I'm dealing with, which is right now my main focus is dealing with the 4% challenge. And this is how we actually, in this module, I'm actually documenting the challenge, my journey of the challenge. So as a side note, if you have not seen the journeys that I have, what days that I'm on right now, I'm actually, I think on day 10 or 11, day 11. Yeah. He introduces, the internet traffic mastery, and the first thing he wants you to do is actually to review module 1. So it's actually, everything is working, like I said, in concert with one another, symbiotic, and it's like really powerful. So that's why I'm actually excited to actually record more videos to give more content, so I can, as I grow and raise my vibration, and those who are around me hearing my voice, it is my intention that it will resonate with you so that you can actually grow with me and we can move to this next level. So I'm really excited about just getting to the stuff, processing the stuff, and implementing the stuff. Remember, you gotta get the knowledge, move the knowledge. get the knowledge, do something with the knowledge. If you don't do something with the knowledge, then getting the knowledge is just taking up more room in your brain. So module 1 is going to be one video, one section, one part. But the other 11 modules, and I'm gonna tell you which one I'm gonna deal with next. I will basically, like I said, I'm going to study it, watch it, live in it, review it, really be able to break it down so I can teach it. Because if you really want to understand, if you really want to come to terms with whether or not you learn something or not, is to teach it to somebody else. Once you teach it to somebody else, trust me, your level of ownership will grow exponentially. So I always said that teaching is always better for the teacher than it is for the person, the student, or the pupil, or whoever you want to call yourself, identify with. To the person who's receiving the information, the giver of the information benefits most. Because when you can own that knowledge, set knowledge at the level where you can break it down to the ridiculous, so that a child can understand, then you really got it. And then you can begin to your imagination will open up new ways for you to utilize it for your own business, and you can actually grow to new heights. So I'm excited about actually going through this process, learning it. So my first part is going to be me learning it, being able to tell you about it, and then the second video, part 2, is going to be actually implementing the different strategies and techniques, and then I'm going to show you my results from that particular strategy and technique. So my review of the module is going to be get the knowledge, basically showing you what the knowledge is, showing how I feel about it, and then implementing the knowledge and showing you my results. Always get the knowledge, do the knowledge. Get the knowledge, do the knowledge. I can't stress that enough. People, if you're lucky, not if you're lucky, but if you I guess you could say if you're lucky, your people actually can get the knowledge, because not everybody has access to the same stuff at all times. But if you're lucky enough where you can get the knowledge, that's great. But it's a huge catastrophe if you don't do something with that knowledge. So I'm all about moving your feet, even whether or not you feel equipped. If you just go to as far as you can see, then the next path will open up to you as you need it. You don't need it until you need it. you have everything you need right now to get moving, to move forward, to start manifesting your dreams and your goals right now. You don't need nothing else. Just make a decision, because once you make that decision, everything opens up. You actually flip to the frequency that you're trying to get to of the desire that you want, and then you'll see everything you need for you. Okay, so always move. I can't stress that enough. Move that action so you can make some things happen. All right. So let me read you about this module real quick, and then I'm actually going to play the first 4 minutes of this first section just so you can hear Vic how he breaks down what's about to happen. He lays down a vision, the blueprint she's presenting, which I'm not going to show you all that, but I'm gonna let him speak for the first 4 minutes because no one can do it like him. So I'm gonna let you get a clean preview about what's gonna happen in the first 4 minutes. So in this module, you'll learn how to multiply your results with less work and the strategies you must understand before activating your first traffic campaign ever. We talk about traffic rules, 2 types of traffic, 3 levels of traffic, rollout strategy, game plan for success, and much more. All right. And this is actually why, see, if you're taking the challenge now and you get to the stage, we're at the stage where we're about to make our first campaigns, and we're actually moving forth to we're targeting our base market, and then we're going to actually deal with the traffic. So this is actually a perfect spot for those of you who are taking the challenge right now to understand why. But if you're not taking the challenge, it doesn't matter. Whatever potion, lotion, book, coaching, whatever you're dealing with or you want to deal with, you got to understand this is very crucial to the unfolding of unlimited amount of wealth. So let's see what's next. All right, play the first 4 minutes. Let me blow up the screen so everybody can see. I did activate the computer recording, so hopefully you should be able to hear it. Is really strong and whatnot. All right, so let's check it out.
Here we go. Module number 1: rules, strategies, the game plan. Let's get to work, right? So we've got a lot of groundwork to cover here. So before we get into the specifics on traffic generation ideas and strategies and avenues and all these things that most people think that they need to understand, right? Which of course you do. You need to know where to get traffic from and how to do that. Before we get to that, okay, the most important thing that we need to understand is the game of traffic, right? Because look, if you get on the basketball court and you don't understand the game, if you don't understand the rules, you don't know how to play, if you just get on the soccer field, start just kicking the ball, maybe once in a while you get a score, right? But you'll just be lucky. So what I'm going to do right now in this module is, before we get into the specifics, let's go ahead and dive into the most important stuff, which is getting you to understand the rules, the strategies, the game plan, how the traffic world works, right? What to focus on, what you should be doing, and how do you go about winning in the game of traffic. Now, what is traffic? Now, I'm going to assume that, look, I don't care if you are just getting started or if you are veteran in the industry. We will have this thing cover all the angles. Okay, so I'll try to be as detailed as possible here with this. At the same time, we're not going to leave any stone unturned on the stuff that's most important, what really matters here. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this. Here is what we've got. Okay, here's what we've got. We're just going to keep it workshop style here. Oh my goodness, look at all these 12 modules, right? We're gonna start with number 1 here: rules, strategy, game plan, and then we're going to get to specifics. However, let me pre-frame it for you, okay? Here's our outcome here. The outcome is, as you get into traffic generation, right? Again, promoting whatever it is that you might be promoting. Your goal is to understand, right? How do you go about building your business, or creating your promotions or campaigns, or driving traffic in a way that will multiply your results with less work. Okay, so that means the work that you're going to do right now, right? The work that you're going to be doing to get your traffic, to pay for traffic, right? To acquire traffic, to go siphon traffic from all these different networks that we're going to discuss here. Your goal should never be to have to spin your wheels all the time and just grind all the time like your competition. Okay, your goal needs to be strategy. How do you do the work today? And so every single step that you're doing, every single thing that every single strategy that you're deploying out there in the marketplace, in your marketing, it's by design, and you're moving in a way that will eventually put you in a position to where you're doing less and less work. Okay, but your results snowball on you. Okay, does that make sense? Where most people miss out is they're going about this completely blindly, right? So they feel like they have to start from scratch all the time. So how do you do this, right? How do you build yourself or position yourself, put yourself on a powerful side, if you will, as a promoter, right? So that the more you build, the longer you go about it, the less work you have to put in, and the more results you get. Well, here's what we need to understand. Okay, let's go ahead and expand this right now. Hopefully you can see this. I'll try to keep it nice and big for you here. There is 4 things we're going to cover here in this module. Okay, please take notes. Okay, it's going to be very important for you to understand this. If you don't, it'll be it'll be kind of difficult for you to get significant results, and certainly results that's going to allow you to dominate in the marketplace, right? So understanding the traffic rules. Now, just like I said, right, if you're going to play any game, or if you get into a boxing, ring, or sports, whether it's in business, whether it's doesn't matter, health, or doesn't matter. You need to understand certain rules. You need to understand what to do and what not to do. So let's go ahead and get into this first. Okay, I'll give you 5 rules of traffic. Okay.
Okay. All right, we're going to stop right there. Pause that bad boy 418. So there's going to be 5 rules that he gives you right here. And because I don't want to leave you without any rules, I'm going to give you I'm going to just choose number 2, because number 2, I think, resonates with me and with a lot of other folks, especially that's just getting started with their business or inside of the, marketing online. That second rule that he gives, he says, don't go for cheap, go for results. Don't go for cheap, go for the results. Because ultimately, the traffic is a means to an end. It's not about the traffic, it's about the results. People, it's not about you want a hole in the wall, but you don't really want a drill. It's not which one do you want most. You want to have a hole in the wall so you can deal with what you need to deal with. So you always want to look at the results, and you want to position and offer the results of a thing, and if you keep that rule mindful, then you're already going to set yourself up to be to stand out in the crowd, because the crowd is there's a lot of people half-stepping, doing wilding and mediocrity. So what you want to do is clear the noise and rise above to the next level, so that you can stand out and meet the people that you need, who actually that's on the frequency that you want to get to anyway, so you can make that happen. So he deals with 5 rules here that you need to deal with and partake of. And then he begins to talk about the 2 levels of traffic, which is basically, well, he goes into really in depth about it, but there's basically 2 levels of traffic. One is internal and the other one is external. So I'll give you that because, you checking my video out, and I appreciate you. So within that, he really deals with it. There's a huge difference between advertising and marketing. Everybody just thinks it's about marketing, but marketing is like phase 2 of the process. Advertising is everything you do to attract your target market to you, to present the results that they're trying to get, letting them know, hey, I know who you are. I understand what you're going through, and I'm here to help. My service, product, or service that I'm presenting actually gives you the results to what you're trying to make happen. So, you got to be mindful. That's how you got to really think strategically. And everything that you do up until that state, that's your advertising. The marketing doesn't really start until they become your customer, or they become your prospect. And actually when they become your prospect, they're lead and grow to a customer, and then hopefully they become a raving fan because your product is you're undersold, and you're over delivered. So that's kind of like understanding the difference between advertising and marketing. It's kind of like people don't understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets eat you. No, assets feed you. Liabilities eat you, and they always change. They're interchangeable. They're people think that many of their assets are assets, but they're actually really liabilities. And it's just a conditioning that we have. But once we understand the rules of the game, and then we can play the game more effectively. And make no mistake about it, we're playing a money game. Either we're winning or we're losing. Some of us are stuck in the rat race playing the game, like the hamster on the spinning wheel. And the goal is to break out of that wheel, and to become an independent marketer for yourself, an independent entrepreneur for yourself, so you can command freedom, command money, command wealth, command prosperity, whatever it is, command the manifestation of your dreams and goals. Trust me, all this is possible with understanding traffic, believe it or not, and understanding. I've noticed that all this stuff is embedded into the process of taking the challenge, because the whole impetus of taking the challenge, the 4% challenge, is for you to dare to live the good life that you want. So like I said, all of these are core products that work symbiotically with each other. And if you decide to see what am I really talking about, then or you just want to follow along and see what I'm talking about, that's cool. But once you actually deal with it and see my videos, you'll begin to see how things begin to mesh together, where there's no line of demarcation, where they all kind of flow together, kind of like the colors of the rainbow. That's how the vibrations that we live in and we flow to back and forth happens as well. Okay, so and then the third section of how to multiply your results with less work, he deals with the successful campaign rollout. This is very, very powerful. But before we get to that, he actually spends a lot of time with the two levels. So he deals with the internal communication and external, but he breaks down like there's three levels of traffic sources, which is the first one is the fast traffic, where you know what your offer is, you know what the results are, and you create your strategy, your landing pages, you find your market, and he shows you how to get to companies that actually can give you fast traffic, so you can get your numbers, so you can tweak whatever needs to be tweaked, fine tune your advertising, not just your marketing, because you're advertising right now, and you getting strong, real, tangible numbers. Once you get that fast traffic, then you're able to scale, because see, you don't scale until you know for a fact I'm getting 40 to 60% opt-in rate, and of that opt-in rate, 20% are converting initially, and I have like a $25 cost per click, whatever, or cost per whatever it is, so really understand your numbers, and you do that by dealing with fast traffic. And once your numbers are secure, then you scale that bad boy and go you 10x it, so that it can become like 7 figures. You deal what I'm saying? And then once you get to 7 figures, then he deals with the next level traffic level, which is where you dominate, where you literally create a perpetual traffic machine, where now you're not dealing with 7 figures. Now you can really 6 figures. You're dealing with 7 figures. I mean, he actually, let me see if I can find some pictures of it. He lays out like your blueprint. Yeah, right here. This is like your $100 million blueprint. He even says, if I was starting ground zero, which parenthetically he is doing in the challenge, If you guys don't know what the challenge is all about, check out some of my videos. I'm literally documenting everything in the challenge. Unlike the modules here in Internet Traffic Mastery, I'm every day, and I'm about to do day 11 today. But I've done the first 10 days. I've documented everything. So if you really want to know what it's all about, check out my my channel and check out some of my videos, because I'm letting you know. But this is the blueprint that you can implement to make it happen, So he goes over that big time. What else? And then at the very end, he like makes it very tangible. He's like, well, because people actually, he understands. First of all, you may have a small budget, and he advises, think like a business owner, not like just a person with have this as a hobby trying to break through. Set aside. And I mentioned this in one of my videos I did, investing 101. You need to set buckets. You need to set buckets for investing, buckets for savings, for tithing or giving to some kind of charity, but set aside money for traffic and testing, so you can get your fast traffic, get your numbers with that first, begin with that first sampling. So he says, get about $100 to $500, set aside just to test some traffic sources and get your first sampling, so you can begin to move from there. Think like a business owner, establish a budget. Start out small. People want to like go crazy. People want to scale, but you don't know what your numbers are, and you waste the money. So if you don't know what your numbers are, you basically just throwing money against the wall, hoping for something to stick. And that's not wise. It's not how you become phenomenal, extraordinary, and really take hold of your dreams. You're just wishing and praying that something may work. But when you have a blueprint, a success pattern, a mechanism where you just follow color by numbers, then if you ever done a color by numbers, if you actually do the numbers, color by the numbers, you actually get the same picture that it is designed to do. So likewise with success leaves crumbs and leaves a trail. We're not recreating the wheel, we're duplicating the wheel, So what else? The last thing he leaves here is he talks about to really, and we kind of hit this in the very beginning. Once you really understand what marketing really is, it's about teaching and educating your marketplace. It's for if you're using your own product, or if you created a product, or you're just going to be affiliate or promotional partner with the 4%, or whatever you're doing, really understand it. Really understand the results. Everything was created for a reason. Understand what problem that it solves. Once you understand the problem that it solves, then you know how it can help the people that it's solving the problem for. And that's what you want to do. Then you become a teacher. You learn how to break down and educate your marketplace, your target market, about how to move, how to groove, and how to make this happen. So that's basically what Module 1 is. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here, but these are the highlights. I gave you some other little nuggets that I want you to know that this is serious. Let me see if I missed anything. Everything is basically knowing, and you need to know this conceptually. You got to know this stuff emotionally. You got to understand why you're doing what we do. You got to understand why we have this blueprint and how to function from it. This will get you to that next level. You got to really become one with it. We talked about how each stage of the 3 stages of traffic, the FAS, the scale, and then the domination, how they blend in. They each one blend to the next. There's no clear mark before where one starts and one ends. They all flow together like the colors of the rainbow. All right, and then understanding that there's that true greatness is it's a science, it's an art form. And if you really understand that there's a science to getting rich, let me drop Wallace D. Wallace's book on you. You need to check that out. But there's an art form to really implementing this stuff. Once you understand that it's a science and art form, then it's learnable, it's teachable. That means no matter who you are, and I want to empower you to understand that if you're hungry enough, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you can do this. Because I know for a fact, I've been around Vic long enough to know that his greatest skill set is that he's a great educator. He's a great translator of complex theories and complex situations, where he makes it very tangible and make it palatable. So he always think about, well, how can I break this down to a new beginner, to someone's brand new, about how to become successful. And even if you're not brand new, if you always go to the fundamentals, once you get to a certain level, your level of efficiency is not going to increase 20% or 30% or 50%. Now your goal should be, let me get 5% better. Let me get 1% better over a certain amount of time, And where you do that is to deal with the fundamentals, getting back to the basics, understanding why you're doing what you're doing, getting a goal, getting a star that you want to hit, getting a game plan together. As you learn more about me, you know that I'm a sucker for flowcharts and see how things work, because I know who I am. I'm a visual learner. So when I see how these things connect and go together, I'm like, light bulb, light bulb, light bulb, light bulb. Okay, I can do this. I'm inspired. I'm empowered. I know how to do this. Just follow the flowchart. So this is how Vic presents this information with the challenge, with internet traffic mastery. Everything just flows so beautifully. So I'm excited about me learning this stuff, and I'm even more excited about presenting it to you, because I know what it's going to do for me and my game, and getting me to the next level. There's all right, now actually there's one little subsection that's inside of this, which is the custom tracking setup. As a marketer, if you're not tracking what you're doing, then you have no idea what's working and what's not. Hands down, by far, I align with Vic's thinking that like Click Magic is the bad boy. Their company is unprecedented. The way they're constructing from the ground up is just like the king of all tracking. We actually have it. Click Magic as one of our MSIs inside of the 4% group. If you don't have it, if you're serious about this thing, you need to get tracking. So he breaks down how to set up your custom tracking so you can get that in order to begin the process. So this is the last, actually this is the only other video that's inside module 1. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you. I thank you for taking this time to spend with me so I can review the Internet Traffic Mastery Module 1, with your traffic rules, strategy, and game plan. I hope that you learned some things. I hope that we've connected at a certain level, that you feeling me, because I'm feeling you. And I don't take it by mistakenly that you're here. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you on the next video that I'm about to get into, learn, and implement, so I can bring you more value. So thank you so much. Remember that abundance is your birthright, but you will only partake of said abundance to the level that your conscious mind will allow you to discern. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye.